What's up, YouTubers? It's Link here. As of yesterday, March 20th, March 20th, March 20th, 2015, I was 8 weeks on T, which is 2 months. 2 months. Yay! I feel like I've had my first real voice drop in the last couple of days here. And I don't know if you guys will be able to tell, but to me, it sounds like my voice has changed a little bit at least. As long as I stay calm and don't get, like, excited. Because when I get excited, my voice, tends to get higher. Like, I'm sure most people's does. Did I say that? I don't know if I said that right, but whatever. Anyways, so I just wanted to make a video today. Just for fun. Just talk about some stuff and changes. I haven't really had like any big changes or whatever, but I feel like I started to get like the hair above my lips started to get a little bit thicker and darker, and my sideburns have extended to down here on like both sides, and I started to get some hair down there underneath my chin, underneath my bottom lip. Apparently I can't talk today either. But yeah, so I'm pretty happy about how much hair growth I've had in 2 months. It feels kind of insane to me. It's like just hearing a lot of other guys' results, and I remember that not every guy is the same, and everybody has different results, yada yada yada. So I'm trying really hard not to expect anything in any sort of time frame now. But yeah, so I've started growing a fair amount of hair, I feel like, for 2 months. And, even on my legs and upper thighs and stuff, it's starting to grow thicker, which is actually pretty fucking awesome, I've definitely gained muscle tone in the last 2 months. Definitely have lost, like, pant size or two, which was pretty awesome and kind of sucks at the same time because I like just bought new clothes and now I don't fit them anymore. Yay. Imagine that. And well, those are pretty much the only changes I've experienced so far. Like, I have noticed that my skin is starting to get more oily now, so I'm like washing it 2-3 times a day because I hate that oily feeling. Plus, it helps with the acne. Because I don't really have any acne yet. It's because I wash my face. Anyways, and on a more serious note. I know, I hate to be serious. I have been on T for the past 2 months. And my dad has known the entire time, because he's been a pretty big supporter of me, coming out when a lot of other people in my family are just kind of like, it's not that they're acting like mean or they're not for it or they're against it or whatever, it's just that they're acting really weird towards me, not like they used to, and it kind of bothers me a lot, which I'm sure is understandable. And so I just kind of like avoid my family as much as I can now, except for my dad and my birth family, because, well, they're all okay with it and they're not weird about it, and if they like slip up and misgender me or use my birth name, then they're like quick to correct themselves and they like make a joke out of it, and it just makes me really at ease and stuff. So I love my birth family for that. My dad's like that too, though, so he's a pretty cool dude. But anyways, so in all this time, I haven't told my mother that I started T. I mean, I came out to my parents, like, back in September of 2014, after I got into a really bad car accident, and, I mean, it's a really long story. But anyways, I got into a really bad car accident in September, and I passed out at the scene of the accident, I guess. I don't really remember it. But I remember waking up in the hospital with my parents on either side of my hospital bed, and my mom was crying, and my dad was just staring at her, trying to talk to her to calm her down. And this is the first thing I'm seeing after the last thing I remember is meeting up with my best friend to go hang out for a night at a drag show, and I felt absolutely horrible. I was in so much pain. I couldn't move my right leg. I thought I was dying, like legit dying, because I never felt this level of pain over my entire body before, like ever. And I'd never felt that kind of pain in my leg, or my hip for that matter. I mean, I've always had bad joints, but it was on fire, and it felt like somebody was like putting 10,000 pounds right there on my hip, just like all this pressure. And so the first thing I said when I woke up was, "Hi." Yeah, I know. Great, like, opener, right? And then I said, "Mom, Dad, I need to talk to you. I'm trans. And if you don't know what that means, for me anyways, I feel like I was born into the wrong body. And the person you knew as your daughter is really your son." And they kind of just nodded and accepted it. And we talked about it, you know, as the weeks went on. And the months from my recovery, that was fantastic, by the way. Took me 3 months to get back to work. Well, 3 months to get back to walking on my legs, because I broke my hip, joy, and I fucked up my right shoulder, which my shoulder's pretty much 100% healed, but my hip, not so much. That still causes me a lot of pain. Joy. Anyways, I'm like totally going off on a different tangent there. When I got out of the hospital and home, my mom would not talk to me about me being trans, and it made me feel really bad. So I just stopped telling her when, you know, I would have an appointment with my gender therapist, and I didn't tell her when I got the appointment with my endocrinologist, and I didn't tell her when I got my T prescription. I didn't tell her when I took my first shot. I didn't tell her anything. And my dad's known this whole time too. So, anyways, I was talking to him this week, and he agreed to tell her for me, which kind of makes me feel like I'm taking the, you know, the wussy, yellow-bellied way out, but at the same time, I feel like I've spent a lot of my adult life disappointing my parents, and I just couldn't take seeing a disappointed look on my mom's face right now. Yeah. Because I'm going through some stuff right now with work and my hip and just hormones. Hormones. Anyways, enough of the sad. No more sad. I'm happy right now. I'm happy because, like, I'm finally starting to see and hear changes, and it's making me feel really good about myself. Like, every day I look in the mirror and I see, like, maybe a little bit more hair, or, You know, like maybe my muscles a little bit more toned from my workout yesterday, and I don't know, I'm starting to like what I see, which is a really good feeling. So, I mean, I guess I just really want to say is, it gets better. Sometimes it takes a really long time, years, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, but eventually it gets better. I honestly believe it has to, and if I didn't, I don't know how I would get through the day sometimes, because life is rough, man, but you just gotta roll with the punches for now, man. I feel like it gets better as long as you keep on trying. Just keep swimming. Sorry, I fucking love Disney and Pixar and stuff. Anyways, that's all I had to talk to you about this week, guys. Oh yeah, and if any of you guys are naturally transitioning out there because you're too young to start tea, or your parents won't let you, or you can't afford it, or you, for some health reason, you can't start it, or any other reason that you're not going to take tea, or you can't take it, or whatever, and you don't want to take it, or, you know, I have a friend out there, his name is Charlie Nye, and he is naturally transitioning right now himself. And he makes videos on YouTube also, so you should go check him out if you are naturally transitioning and want to get some tips on how to possibly, like, feel more confident or pass a little better or whatever. He's a cool dude too. Anyways, that's it. Knight in Shining Black Armor out, yo.